Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we are going to be discussing the Pistons' recent play. They've been playing amazing recently, and we're finally going to talk about that in this video. But before we do, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 100 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank y'all for 5K subscribers, and play the intro.
Subscribe to Joe Polo 10.
Is the MVP.
Detroit basketball.
Okay, so in the Pistons' past 7 games, they have won 5 of them, okay? 5 wins, 2 losses in the past 7 games. I've loved what I've been seeing from these guys, the improvement, the chemistry, the development of all of these guys in these past games. I wish we could have had this for the entirety of the season, but regardless of that, we have it right now. Post All-Star break, the guys are finally starting to really gel with each other. And actually, in these recent games, you can put that image on the screen. Saddiq Bey has been leading us in scoring, 21 points per game. Cade Cunningham at number 2, who's also at 21 points per game. And then at number 3, you have Jeremy Grant at 19 points per game. So, speaking on those players, Cade Cunningham, just as a leader, has truly stepped into his own in these past few games, man. Coming out of the draft, that was one of the main things that I loved about him, his leadership abilities. He showed that at OSU, so coming into an NBA, I expected that to come. And then in this recent stretch, he has just been the guy, our leader through and through, and he's really been just stepping into his own when it comes to being the man on this team. Having game-winning, game-saving blocks late down the stretch, defensively in close games. And then when you look at the offensive end, what he's been doing there, he's just playing at his own pace. He kind of reminds me, I've said it in the past, of Paul George, okay? In some ways, I see some Paul George in him where, those two guys, they don't let the defense dictate what they do. They play at their own speed, their own pace, and regardless of what the defender will do, they decide what they want to do with the basketball. And I love that about them. So Cade, just being the player that we all knew he could be coming out of the draft. We could talk about Saddiq Bey as well. I remember at one point, fans were talking about we need to trade Saddiq Bey. I bet all of those guys who said that are regretting it right now because Bey has been killing it as well. Sometimes he looks like our best offensive player out there. When Bey, once he gets hot, once he gets going, he looks really good out there. It kind of reminds me of the Golden State Warriors where, Stephen Curry is obviously the best player on their team, but once Klay Thompson gets going, sometimes he can get hotter than when Steph is hot and on. And it's kind of like that with the Pistons. Cade is obviously better than Saddiq Bey, but once Bey gets going offensively, the amount of three-point shooting and the firepower that he has, sometimes he does look like our best offensive player. So shout out to Saddiq Bey, man, and Jeremy Grant. We throw a lot of criticism at him as Pistons fans for the amount of shot attempts that he takes, but I'll give credit where it's due. He's continued to be a scorer for us, and still, if he could play at this high level, teams will still be interested in trading for him this offseason. For the people out there who still want to trade Jeremy Grant, teams' interest, they're not just going to go down because of the way that he's been playing. If anything, it's either going to stay the same or go even higher with Grant's recent level of play. And then speaking about some other guys on this team, we recently had the return of Marvin Bagley. He came in, he dropped 18 points and 8 rebounds. In the games that he does play, I've loved what I've seen, but I do have to watch him play more basketball games because obviously he was out for this small little stretch here, so got to see some more of him. Isaiah Livers as well. He's checked into a few games, and he has made a few plays here and there, but again, just a really small sample size for Isaiah Livers. I want to see more from him as well, but I'm glad that he is here on the Pistons main roster on the NBA level. Hamidou Diallo continues to be Hamidou Diallo. He has stayed consistent. He comes off the bench. He'll throw down a crazy dunk every now and then. He'll tip a pass on defense, get a steal, and then on offense, he'll come, jog to the lane, and score the basketball. So Hamidou Diallo has stayed consistent for majority of the season, honestly. I wish that he can improve on his three-point shooting, but, outside of that, for the most part, what Diallo provides us is just something that's very valuable to this Pistons team, and I hope that we can keep him long-term in the future here. The Pistons continue to destroy the Toronto Raptors. I forget what stat it is, but it's something like Dwayne Casey's record against the Raptors. Like, it's something that's really good. Like, our record against them with Casey is amazing. And that's basically everything for this video, man. I hope that we can continue this for the remainder of the season, and then come off-season time, just build around Cade Cunningham, continue to add pieces around him to make sure that he can get to the level where he needs to be, you know, one day being a top 10 NBA player. Just keep on continuing to add little pieces here and there around him. Hopefully we get a top pick and make smart decisions in free agency, possibly going out there and getting a signing like Jalen Brunson, for example, to help out Cade Cunningham. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 5K, and I'm out.